Good morning. Systems are now fully operational and Nabiro is online.
TikTok is testing a new AI tool called Meme Remixer, and only some US users can use it right now. The tool changes faces, voices, and backgrounds in other people's videos. A hidden setting is on by default for every video creators ever posted, and there is no easy way to turn it off. A new TikTok trend has teens running into Church of Scientology buildings on camera. The so-called Scientology speedrun started with one viral video in March 2026. It has since pulled hundreds of millions of views, and the LAPD is now investigating after a staff member was knocked to the ground. Anthropic briefly removed Claude Code from its $20 Pro plan. The tool was made exclusive to the $100 and $200 max tiers. The company says it was just a test on 2% of new signups. After backlash, Anthropic reversed the change. And medical data from 500,000 UK biobank volunteers was found for sale on Alibaba. The listings came from researchers in China who had legitimate access. The data was de-identified, but experts warn it can still be traced back. It was the 198th known leak of UK biobank data since last summer. It's a fresh morning, and you are tuned into Nabiro. TikTok just flipped a switch on every video ever posted. Most creators had no idea. The company is testing a new tool called Meme Remixer, and only a small group of US users can use it. Here is what it does. The tool grabs a video, and AI changes parts of it like a face, a voice, or a background. A clip from a coffee shop can look like a beach clip in seconds. TikTok says the tool is still a test and wants to see how it works first. But the real story is not the tool, it is the setting behind it. There is a new setting in the privacy menu called Allow AI to Remix Content. For many creators, this setting is already on by default, and it is on for every video they ever posted, even old ones. There is no single button to turn it off. Creators must open each video, one by one, and flip the switch themselves. One creator named Georgie has posted videos since 2018, around 1,000 clips. She spent a full day clicking through each one. Other creators called it an emergency roll call and rushed to check their own accounts. TikTok says only a small test group has the tool, but the setting is on for far more people, and it lets AI use their videos. Now, the obvious question is who can use these clips, and for what? TikTok has not said which countries are in the test, or shared a launch date, or explained why old videos were added to the new rule. Some experts say this is part of a bigger shift. Short-form apps want AI to remix videos inside the app, not outside. TikTok is not the only platform testing this. Others say the launch shows a bigger problem. Users often get new AI features first, and a clear warning comes later. The setting is on for everyone by default, with no easy way out. And that is what has creators most upset. TikTok has not said much in public, only that the feature is a test. For now, US creators can turn off the setting on each video in the privacy menu. Outside the US, the tool is not live yet, but the setting may still show up in some accounts. A TikTok trend has teens running straight into Church of Scientology buildings, and the LAPD is now involved. It started with one video. On March 30th, 2026, a TikToker called @5.0arodo posted a clip with the caption, "Maniac 16-year-old infiltrates the Church of Scientology." The video shows a teenager sprinting past security at the Scientology Center in Hollywood. He gets past several people and down a flight of stairs before leaving the building. The clip got millions of views in days. Others copied it. Within a week, the format had a name, Scientology Run or Scientology Speed Run. The format is simple. Someone runs into a Scientology building, they film everything. The goal is to pass as many staff members as possible before being stopped. The biggest wave came from a creator named @Swiley. His April 1st video pulled more than 37 million views in 2 weeks. He says his accounts together have hit around 90 million views from the trend alone. Reposts across the internet may bring the total to hundreds of millions. Then things escalated. One recent video shows a group of teens charging through the front door of the information center at 6724 Hollywood Boulevard. They push past staffers and rush down into a lower office area. A male staff member tries to block them and gets knocked to the ground. The Los Angeles Police Department is now investigating that incident. Scientology buildings have security. Staff members are often older. The stunts have gone from solo teens sprinting to full groups charging through doors. Even the creator who helped spread the trend wants it to stop. Swiley told reporters he only did it because he thought it was funny. He said the copycats, in his own words, should not have done that shit. Critics say the trend may also be backfiring. Journalist Yashar Ali wrote on X about the runs. He said they played directly into Scientology's own message. the idea that the outside world is violent and wants to disrupt the church. In that read, the trend helps the church more than it hurts it. For now, the videos keep going up. Scientology has not issued a public statement on the trend itself, and the LAPD has not confirmed whether arrests will follow the latest incident. The footage is still live on TikTok. The runs are still being filmed, and the line between viral prank and criminal charge is getting thinner. Anthropic just ran a small test and sparked a very loud backlash. On April 21st, 2026, developers visiting the Claude pricing page noticed something strange. Claude Code, the company's popular coding tool, had been pulled from the $20 Pro plan. A red X appeared next to it in the Pro column. Only 2 tiers kept access, max 5 times at $100 a month, and max 20 times at $200 a month. The news spread across developer forums in hours. Then came the explanation. Anthropic's head of growth is Amol Avasari, and he posted on social media that the change was a small experiment. He said only about 2% of new signups were affected. Existing Pro subscribers still had access. Shortly after, Anthropic quietly reversed the change on its website, but the damage was done. Developers had screenshots, tech media had headlines, and users were asking the obvious question. If Anthropic tested pulling Claude Code from the $20 plan, is the $20 plan going away for good? Here is the reason behind the test. AI subscription plans are underpriced. Running a model like Claude costs money, sometimes a lot of money. The $20 tier often burns through more in tokens than the subscription pays for. Some analysts estimate the loss is close to 10 times the subscription value on heavy use accounts. Anthropic has already tried smaller fixes, weekly caps, tighter limits at peak hours. Usage still kept going up. The numbers forced the test. The move also hands Anthropic's competitors an opening. Lower-cost tools and local open-source models can now point to the test as proof that big AI subscriptions are fragile. If the $20 plan cannot sustain the tool, developers may start looking elsewhere. For now, nothing has officially changed. Claude Code is still part of the $20 Pro plan, and current users keep their access. But the A/B test itself was the message. Anthropic is clearly asking a question. Can the $20 tier hold, or does the future of coding tools live at $100 and above? The company has not given a firm answer, and Claude Code may not be the only feature that ends up being restructured. For developers on the Pro plan, the advice is simple. Watch the pricing page. The experiment may be over. The question behind it is not. 500,000 health records from the UK up for sale in China. The records belong to UK Biobank, a major British medical research project with 500,000 volunteers. On April 23, 2026, UK Biobank told the government what had happened. 3 of its data files had been listed for sale on Alibaba, the Chinese e-commerce giant. The files contained detailed health information, genetic data, clinical measurements, lifestyle details, age, gender, medical conditions, and test results. The UK Technology Minister, Ian Murray, confirmed the breach in a public statement. 3 research institutions in China had legitimate access to UK Biobank's database. Researchers around the world can apply to use UK Biobank data for approved studies. These 3 had passed that approval process. Then they posted the files for sale. The listings were removed from Alibaba before any sale was completed. Access was immediately revoked for the 3 institutions and the individuals involved. But here is the part UK Biobank did not lead with. This was the 198th known leak of UK Biobank data since last summer. A Guardian investigation earlier this year found a bigger pattern. Files had been posted online dozens of times. The people behind the leaks were trusted researchers from around the world.
The Alibaba listing was just the biggest and most public. The data is technically de-identified. Names, addresses, and phone numbers are stripped out before researchers can download anything. But experts warn that de-identified does not mean anonymous. When genetic and medical data is combined with other public datasets, individuals can sometimes be re-identified. At a 500,000 record scale, that risk becomes real. The UK government says it is reviewing how research access is granted and monitored. UK Biobank says it is tightening its controls. Critics say the 198 leaks tell a different story. The controls were already broken. For the volunteers, there is not much they can do. The data has already moved. What happens next is in the hands of regulators, researchers, and the platforms that host the files. UK Biobank holds one of the largest and most valuable sets of human health data in the world. It exists because hundreds of thousands of people agreed to hand over their information for science. The trust that built it is now being tested.